Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, I'm checking out Honest Trailers MCU, created by the one, the only Screen Junkies, as we all know. It's been a long time. It's been quite a while since I've reacted to an Honest trailer from Screen Junkies. And I got tagged today earlier on Twitter, and I forget the username, very sorry about that. But thank you for notifying me about this Honest trailer. Now, okay, this is a little bit different. This is not just a movie Honest trailer. This is the MCU as a whole, I'm guessing, covering all the films, or I'm not really sure, but looks interesting. It's over 9 minutes long, and right off the bat, I see this thing called The Boys. Some, I think graphic novel or whatever they're turning into an Amazon original series, and I'm not really sure what that has to do with the MCU, but it's there at the opening as I full screen this thing. But I'm excited, because it's been quite some time since I've seen an Honest trailer, and it's been quite some time as well that I've reacted to one. So let's just jump into it and see what they cover with this Honest trailer, and let's just dive into it. So here we go, guys. Honest Trailers MCU from Screen Junkies. Let's get into now and see what it's all about and what they cover. Let's go.
Presented by The Boys, taking the fight to superheroes on Amazon Prime Video on July 26th.
Oh, it's all different movies. Okay.
In a world where a bankrupt comic book company sold the film rights to its best characters for peanuts because they thought movies would be a good way to sell more comics, a young executive will do what he can with the rejects that no one wanted and do so well they get bought out by Disney before it was cool.
True.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe, except for Endgame. Welcome to the MCU,
okay.
A TV series made of movies about comic books where magic is actually science.
Your ancestors called it magic, and you call it science.
But not by magic, by technology.
Magic.
Science. But science is basically magic.
Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts of America.
This is a worthwhile organization. I didn't physically check the crates.
And meet your typical MCU protagonist, a loner with no pets, no biological siblings, and whose only friends are their co-workers. Aww. Whose personality can range from lighthearted quipster.
I'm sorry, Earth is closed today.
To stern, duty-bound military type.
Get hurt, hurt him back. Get killed, walk it off.
And on a long enough timeline, everyone becomes a quipster.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
Follow along on their heroes' journeys, where after a motivating Uncle Ben situation, they'll get a transformational hairstyle, cut some carbs, and find the strength to boldly say their superhero name out loud.
Captain America. I am Iron Man. And Thor, son of Odin. I'm Ant-Man. I am Groot.
I am Groot.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using made-up names. I'm Spider-Man then. Star-Lord.
Who? Yeah,
But
who?
people say a hero is only as good as their villain. And thank God that's not true, or the MCU would be hot garbage.
This is true. Okay.
As they spared 10 minutes to establish a bad guy.
Some villains
just
are
like
good,
the
but
hero,
most...
but evil.
Evil.
Or a faceless horde. Can't feel bad if it doesn't have a face. Or actually a pretty awesome character and they're dead.
Yeah.
But everyone knows the real villain of the MCU is Dads.
He was cold. He was calculating. He never told me he loved me. He never even told me he liked me.
Favorite Thor.
Oh my God. It is.
You are wrong to turn your backs on the rest of the world.
Everything I hate about myself, he told me.
Well, of course I have issues. That's my freaking father.
I will hunt my father like a
I love
dog, and
that
I will
scene.
tear him apart slowly, piece by piece, until he knows some semblance of the profound and unceasing pain I know every single day.
Tremble before the girth of a meticulously planned story told across 23 separate movies, all about Thanos killing half the universe.
Fucking crazy.
Well, first he has to get an Infinity Gauntlet. No, not that gauntlet.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, that one. And then gather the Infinity Stones. Well, send proxies to get them. And he gives one away, but eventually he'll get the stones. Some aren't stones.
While the other relics often appear as stones, the ether is fluid.
But then he'll kill half the universe, which also doesn't make much sense. Oh, also, the timeline doesn't work out.
He made a reason. Yeah, the time. Yeah, Spider-Man fucked
Maybe
up.
this wasn't so planned out after all. But the films do sort nicely into three distinct phases. The conventional pop songs phase, the boundary-pushing experimental phase, then the woo, we can do no wrong, I'm a golden god phase. And if rock docs have taught me anything, Phase 4 will have the MCU puking in the gutter, wondering where it all went wrong.
Nope.
Journey from the
I
farthest
doubt
reaches
it.
of Viking space to alternate dimensions to the wonders of Earth.
The
Oops,
wonders.
that one's Utopia. And marvel at how everything still kind of looks and feels the same. As visionary indie filmmakers are funneled into the Marvel style of overlit digital video where everything is CGI. Every story is full of sexless romance that never takes off.
No!
That's true too.
Bloodless violence
Yeah, we gotta get some blood in there.
that never leaves more than a couple of forehead scrapes.
All that for a drop of blood.
Lifeless soundtracks with more dad rock than you can shake a pair of middle-aged screenwriters at.
Oh, the soundtracks for Guardians is great.
1977.
Marvin Gaye, 1972, Trouble Man soundtrack.
Hooked on a feeling. Blue Swede. 1973, that song belongs to me.
Or toothless comedy that's just saying pop culture things.
Mm-hmm.
So this orb has a real shiny blue suitcase, Ark of the Covenant, Maltese Falcon sort of vibe.
I loved you in A Christmas Story, shooting Knight Rider or touring with his band in Germany. No hard feelings, Point Break. You gotta meet Swing.
We'll build my new Lego Death Star.
What?
Try me, Beyonce.
That man is playing Galileo.
Yeah, I
Ever
don't.
see this really old movie
Threw me
Alien?
off.
We're getting no help from Flash Gordon.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Love that. Mary Poppins.
Exactly like Footloose.
Squidward, Grimace,
Some personal flying monkeys. I understood that reference. Blue Lagoon.
Gandalf, and Harry Potter.
What?
That's Pixels. So settle in.
I've never seen
An
the movie.
interconnected movieverse that had a 1 in 14,605 shot of working. But those odds didn't stop every other studio from awkwardly mashing their IPs together like a junior high dance floor, leaving Marvel as the only one standing in a dying industry. But
Interesting.
launching a whole new industry of Marvel movie news, theory and analysis,
Yeah.
channels that just complain about Marvel movies, and even comedy web series that would have died a long time ago if Marvel movies weren't so popular. So one way or another, in the end, everyone's getting paid by
Yeah.
Disney. Chills. Starring
There we go.
science geniuses.
Achieve heavy ion fusion in any reactor.
Why are the Avengers
One of the
clips
things when an object moves through
like
different
full
states of
screen
matter.
and the others are
It's a
black barred?
theoretical connection between two different points of space.
The wormhole.
The quantum system would revert back to separate states of matter.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
When did you become an expert in thermonuclear
See how it changes there?
astrophysics?
Last night.
Jumping out of airplanes.
There's a lot of that. Or different, variations of that fact, yeah. Just jumping out of spacecrafts, or just crafts in general. Oh.
People of color. Leg scissors.
Leg scissors. Yeah, we probably won't see much more of that anymore after Black Widow movie. Unless she teaches her protege, which is a rumor, to do that. Oh, there's even more, okay. Not just Black Widow, but a lot of Black Widow.
Trains?
Trains. Lots of trains. Oh, that's the best one, though. That's the best one.
Howdies. Unless you're Ant-Man, then you get a Hyundai and you like it.
Yeah.
Wielding.
Oh, yeah.
Take measuring.
I may have a big gun, you are not the big gun.
Tony, don't be jealous. No,
Tony.
Like raging fire to I like smoldering fire.
My record, 21 feet.
Not bad.
You?
65 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Huge.
65.
You get an Iron Man suit, and you get an Iron Man suit, and you get an Iron Man suit. Weird
Yep.
non-Stan Lee cameos.
Hey, the Oracle of Oracle.
Good idea for an electric jet.
That Damon.
Multi-hit combos.
That's cool. The Thor one's the best, though, when he slams down after getting Wakanda. See, the full screen, it's throwing me off a little bit. Oh yeah, that was cool. Gotta
Are you
admit.
sure you know how to fly this thing?
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
I thought he said he knew how to fly this thing. I said, how hard can it be?
Here, take the wheel.
No, I don't know how to fly one of these.
You're a scientist. Use one of your PhDs.
And never forget that for all of Guardians 1, they're sitting in Star-Lord's jizz.
By the black light, this would look like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Ugh, gross, dude.
Surprised they actually went down
The
that road.
never-ending story.
Oh, that's great. Love that. The never-ending story.
Oh man, we forgot to say anything about the ABC shows, Netflix series, one-shots and spin-offs. So did Kevin Feige. This episode is brought to
Damn.
you by The Boys,
Oh.
a new series on Amazon Prime Video, premiering on July 26th.
Wow.
It's the first episode
Wow.
of our new series, Fandom Uncovered, all
Jesus
about Twilight
Christ.
fans. Yes.
Okay.
Do we have the
I'll let it
healthiest
run
history
out.
of
It's only a couple
Twilight?
seconds left.
Not so much. But should you check out
That
the official launch of our new
huge
series?
thing right
And
there by
yes,
Kevin
you
Feige
should.
ignoring the other.
In a world.
All right, let's pause that. In a world, and that the voiceover guy gets so much shit now in terms of spots and stuff and commercials and crap. That shot at the end where he's like, "Oh, we didn't mention the ABC shows or the one shots or the Netflix shows." Kevin Feige has forgotten that too. It's true. The upcoming Disney Plus spinoffs are definitely going to be connected. I think. Before we dive into the rest, I want to quickly address that because the reason why the television shows and the movies never connect. Now, in the instance of Endgame, everyone's seen Endgame at this point, Jarvis from Agent Carter is actually in a very small, really small sequence. From what I remember, that's the only real connection besides, of course, Clark Gregg, who was Phil Coulson in the movies, went over to Agent S.H.I.E.L.D., of course. But that Jarvis connection from Agent Carter to Endgame in that small, tiny sequence is the only real connection from the movies to the TV that they started on TV and then they brought into the films. The reason why is because the television division over at Marvel has no connection whatsoever. Kevin Feige doesn't oversee the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He doesn't oversee any of the TV shows they've done, like Inhumans, definitely not Inhumans, or Agent Carter or anything like that. Or, the one-shots, of course, are on the films and on the Blu-rays and DVDs and all that kind of stuff for the movies. But those are just kind of pushed off to the side, too, because they're just one-off things, and we don't really address them. The Netflix stuff, same thing. It has nothing to do with Kevin Feige. The Disney Plus shows that are going to be upcoming, which they kind of reference to within that package of not referencing ABC, Marvel shows, the Netflix Marvel shows, or the one-shots or whatever, the Disney Plus shows are all under Kevin Feige, too. So that's why you're going to be seeing a Falcon and Winter Soldier show, and that's going to be a Loki show, and you're seeing the actors from the movies on these shows because Kevin Feige is running it. And that's the connection. Because other than that, Kevin Feige has no connection. I don't think Kevin Feige is going to be involved with the upcoming Hulu stuff they've announced with, of course, Ghost Rider or whatever, and doing Hellstrom, I think that's what the title is or whatever. I don't think he's going to have any connection with that at all either, because when they announced it, there was no mention of Kevin Feige. But, it is what it is. But regardless, this is a really well put together video. I like all of the references and the dual-wielding, and then having the part where at one point there's certain people that have the quirks and make the jokes, and now everybody makes the jokes. And I like how you end it with the never-ending story, which I've never seen that movie, but I get the reference because it's never-ending. And I like how they said that the first films were establishments or whatever, and then they said the second phase was risky, just taking a chance, and the third phase is like, we can do no wrong. Not really, because they had built, the MCU has built up the people's anticipation and expectations of MCU films from the first two phases. Trust me, if the third phase, now there are some people that don't like the MCU films. There are people that don't like certain MCU films, and there are some people that have even complained that phase 3, they feel like it's more of the same and that there's not a lot of huge changes and all that kind of stuff, and that they felt some of the films could have been better. And I understand that criticism. For me, I think phase 3 could have failed. Phase 3 could have easily failed if these films were not resonating and a huge variety of people, and the majority of the audience going to see the films were not responding. The MCU could have crumbled and burned. But when Avengers Endgame makes over $350 million domestic alone opening weekend, which is $100 million more than the record holder, which was placed the year before with Avengers Infinity War, they beat their own record by over $100 million. I think it was $357 million. That kind of shows that the audience is there. The audience is responding very, very well. And we're going to see Spider-Man Far From Home get that same type of response. Not $350+ million opening weekend domestic, but it's going to be earning quite a significant amount of money. And hopefully that film will actually, turn out to be really good. We're hopeful, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, the MCU has established a lot of things. And yes, I think Phase 4 is going to go a little bit of a different direction in terms of characters getting movies like Shang-Chi and the Eternals. We're going to be seeing, I think, the introduction to Namor at some point. There's rumors in Doctor Strange 2 or Black Panther 2. Not really sure. But there's a lot of ways they can go in Phase 4, and I guess we'll get more information at Comic-Con. But this was a really well put together video. Had a great time watching. Made the whole point about dads are actually the real villains of the MCU. It's like, yeah, you got a point. Thanos, you got Star-Lord's dad, and you got and then even Tony Stark's dad. There's a lot that rides on dads and them failing, or at least the ultimate failure, Thanos, dropping the ball and everything. So, but yeah, Screen Junkies did a pretty damn good job. I'm glad that I checked this out. I'm glad I reacted to it. I'm curious to know what you guys felt about this video overall. What were some of your favorite points, favorite bits a part of this video? They covered a lot of ground, and the only thing they didn't cover was Endgame, but that's okay because they had a lot of other movies to cover within this video. I think they did a pretty good job covering a lot of different aspects and really diving into the success and how it's just gone through different phases and different, how it's kind of evolved over time. So yeah, so there you have it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.